Hey everyone, today we're gonna be making some birria tacos. So for birria tacos, main thing you need is a big old piece of chuck roast. So here, I have this piece that I had vacuum sealed. I already seasoned it ahead of time. Salt would work for seasoning. When you make your sauce, that's what you really need to use, these spices, which I'll explain in a moment. I have my Instant Pot in here. That's what I'm gonna use to make my birria. It's gonna be a lot faster that way. We already got it on the saute function, so it's getting nice and warm. Gonna go ahead and add some avocado oil in there, and we're just gonna get this in there so it can brown up. And meanwhile, after that, I'm gonna get started on the sauce. So let me just pull out a saucepan. While the meat starts to brown. Okay, there you go. So for this, we're gonna need several chilies, but let's go ahead and start adding water to this already. Okay, let's bring that up to a boil. Let me get some tomato. I'm gonna use some onion on this too, and garlic. I'm not gonna boil these. These will go in there fresh, but everything else will get boiled. So, let's start with de-seeding the chilies. That's what we need to do first. So here, we have some Chile California. Probably use, I'll probably use maybe 2. Yeah, 2's good. Use some guajillo. This is the main one that you want to use, some guajillo chili. These are Chile Californias. We're gonna use like, what, 3, 4, probably like 5 of these chilies. The meat's starting to brown nice. And we're gonna use 1 big old chile de árbol. That one's mainly for spice. And we're gonna add a chile pasilla or chile ancho. This one's optional, but if you have it, it adds good flavor. So that's what we're gonna use today for our chilies for our birria. This, I can get rid of it. So again, chiles guajillos right here, chiles California, chile ancho, and chile de árbol optional. These two are optional. This for flavor, this for heat. You can bring up the heat levels if you'd like. And I also have some ground up guajillo powder that I'm gonna use as well once I blend it in there. Oh, it's starting to smell good. I need the tongs to move it in a little bit to get it seared on all sides. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay. So let's start deveining these chilies. Take out as much of the seeds as you can and just flop them in there. Take out the edge and take out the chilies. Be careful with the spicier chilies when you devein them by hand. This one I'm probably not going to devein by hand. I'm just throwing it in there. They do want a little bit of a kick in there, but everything else I can devein it by hand without any dire consequences. Birria is such a great dish. This is like the modernized version of birria. This is the popularized version that you see everywhere. Originally, birria comes from, if I'm not mistaken, from the estado de Michoacán, so the Mexican state of Michoacán. And usually birria is served as like a dish for big events like weddings, a lot of religious events, first communions, baptisms, things of that nature. There you go, it's getting some nice char. Yeah, and usually it's made out of 1 to 2 meats. It's usually traditionally made with goat meat. And it used to be served like on a bed of rice and beans, or as with sides of rice and beans with cilantro and onion and some, you know, consomme or some broth from the, you know, from the goat. But nowadays, if you go to a certain place and if it's trendy, it's typically gonna be made out of beef. It's gonna be like a heavy red sauce, and you'll see them making like quesadillas with them. But it's really good. It's really nice and sweet how they're doing that one. Okay, so that one's good. So that just means it's fully up to temp, but it's already doing its job in searing well, so we got no problem there. Okay. Let me submerge those chilies. Make sure they get nice and hydrated. I want to leave them boiling for a few minutes. Give it some time. I never really time it exactly. I just, after doing it quite enough, you get a feel for it. Okay, we got some browning right there. Turn it to the other side. And the browning just helps develop flavor. Now we're gonna move on to all our spices here, and let's get our blender ready. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. It's okay. Settle down. So, for spices, and throw in the whole tomato in there. Typically you would use Roma tomatoes, but these were on special at the store, so this is what I'm using. The beefsteak style tomatoes. These are Hawaiian tomatoes, the local tomatoes that they have out here. You're just gonna plop that in there. You know what? I should probably cut it up. Be a lot easier. Otherwise it might get stuck right there. Cool. Throw some onion in there. Then I'll throw all the spices. So this is going to be essentially the sauce that you're going to make for your birria. Because after it's brown, we add the sauce and put it to pressure cook until it's tender, and you're good to go. Okay. So we'll do like 1/4 of an onion. That's good. Let's see. We got 2 garlics right here, 3 garlics, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Ooh, huge garlic right here. Wow, this garlic's a little woody. I'm good on that one. Let me get another garlic from the fridge. Make sure this sears on all sides though. It's just that side left. Ooh. Okay, 1 more garlic. Yeah, 1 more is good. There we go. 2 big old garlics. Okay, this is good. The meat's already seared enough. Turn that off. Let the residual heat do its thing. We're gonna. This is optional. This is guajillo powder. I like adding it because I got plenty of it, so I'm adding a good bit in there. Okay, add some garlic powder. Even though you already have garlic, that's fine. It gives a different flavor from actual raw garlic compared to powdered garlic. 2 different tastes. These chilies have, you know, softened up quite a bit. They'll be ready to throw in there in about a second. You're gonna want to throw in some oregano. Eyeball it to your taste. I like oregano, so putting plenty in there. Cumin, I love cumin, as you can tell on some of my videos. So hooking it up with the cumin, and surprisingly you want to use some cinnamon, just a little bit though. There you go. And you got a bay leaf, which you'll put it in there when it's cooking. Okay, so let's get these chilies and throw them in here. And we're gonna put some of this chili stock, this water, chili water, into the blender as well. Ooh, last but not least, you need a salt component for your sauce. You need to put actual salt, or my favorite, Knorr bouillon seasoning. I use it for everything. Big old scoop. There you go. Oh, last thing too. I keep saying last thing, but we need some black pepper in here. So I like putting the whole peppercorns in there. Okay, let's add a little bit of this broth water. That'll be good. Hey babe.
Hi.
How's your drink?
It was great.
You excited for the birria tacos?
I am.
Okay. So here we have our blender, and we're just gonna blend this all together. If it needs more water, then we'll add more water, because we just need to make sure we have enough liquid in there to do the pressure cook. Pressure cooker only works with enough liquid in there. Blend it on high. See how we got some sauces down here? Go ahead and shake that up. You want all that goodness in there. Give it one more blend. And there we have it. Our birria sauce. La birria sauce. Open it slowly because it's hot. And let's taste this. Bomb. Okay, this is gonna go well in here. So you just pour it over. And you see, that's probably not gonna be enough water to create enough steam. There's still sauce in here, so this is what I'm gonna do. Some of this same broth right here, gonna add it in there. Shoot. Should not put it all the way in there. Just shake it up. And there we have it. We may actually need to add a little bit more water to this. I might as well use this flavorful water instead. If you're doing this in like a Dutch oven, you wouldn't need as much water. But since we're using a Instant Pot, we do need some water in there. Since we added more liquid, gotta add just a little bit more salt. Otherwise it's not gonna be seasoned correctly. And there we have it. Now we just cook the thing and enjoy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pressure cook this for on high. Let's do 40 minutes. And once it's ready, it should be very fork tender. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up, wash my dishes. I'll see you guys in about technically 40 minutes, but this takes some time to get up to temp, so maybe around 50. But I'll see you in 2 seconds. Peace. All right, hey everybody, we are back. My apologies, I had some issues with my battery, so I don't think I got the last part of it pulling out the Instant Pot, but yeah, I pulled it out, put it on one of these trays. This is how it looks. I shredded it up a little bit with knife, and I did have to put it back in there for a little bit longer because it wasn't as tender as I would like. Still isn't to that point, but I'm already hungry. So for you cooking at home, what I recommend, if you want it really tender, cook it for at least 60 minutes, probably 70, and let it automatically release. Wait before you cut into it. Otherwise, it may be tough. But ideally, the perfect way, throw it in a Dutch oven, like one of these that I have down here, and slow cook it on sear it and then throw it in the oven for like at 300 for like 3 hours, or throw it in a crock pot for like 3-4 hours, and it'll come out much better. But I'm happy with how it came out. Like the taste, the flavor is really, it's right there. And yeah, I cut up some onions, some cilantro, and some lime. I got some mozzarella string cheese here that I'm gonna use for, you know, the quesadilla tacos. You wanna dip your tortillas in here, throw it in a pan. Let me get the cheese ready. Oh, and then I made some rice over there too. So with this cheese, what I'm gonna do is there you go, see it's starting to bubble. Once it gets some color on the other side, I'm gonna turn it around. Gonna add the cheese. Then I'm gonna add some of this meat. See, it didn't shred up too nicely how I would like, but hey, there we have our birria tacos. Let's add some onion and some cilantro. And we'll close it up. Ooh, that's gonna be a huge taco. Throw the next one in there. Letting it get some color on the other side. Once it softens up a little bit, I will add the cheese and the rest. Let's actually cut this open. So yeah, this is it's not too difficult, but I feel like you just got to take your time with it. What I've learned today. Next time I'm gonna do this again, but I'm gonna do it in the Dutch oven, and I'll tell you the difference of how well it came out. So just plop this cheese on there. Ooh, look at that cheese just oozing out. That's gonna be amazing. Some of this meat. Can't wait to bite into this. This is gonna be amazing. Some onion, some cilantro. There we have it. Ooh, that one tore. I might need a spatula to get it out because it looks quite heavy at this point. Where's my spatula? See if I can flip it. Ooh, that one lost a little piece. It's all good. We got cooking the rest right now, but let's do a taste test so you guys can go on and enjoy your day. But I gotta serve some red rice, Mexican rice. Some limon. Okay, there we have our tacos. It's gonna be so hot. Gotta give it a few seconds before I bite into it. Let's see the rice, how that came out. Needed a little bit more water though. If you guys want to learn how to make Mexican rice, check out my other video. It's on my channel, but yeah. Okay, let's bite into this baby. Ooh. Oh my God, this is the best. So hot, but it's so good. Okay, this is fire. You guys gotta try this out. All right, enjoy your day, guys. Take care.